Hi everyone, I'm John Tracy and welcome to The Voice Guru. Through my experience in opera, jazz, and pop, I share my knowledge in everything related to the art of singing in my weekly videos every Friday. Part of learning how to sing involves not only learning the mechanics of the body and the voice, but also differentiating what should be done and what should not be done. It is very popular nowadays to belt all the sounds. So what is belting? Belting means taking the low register, taking it up into the high register through an effort, an unnecessary force, and by straining the muscles of the throat. Singing is all about flexibility and ease. It's not really a competition on who's going to be pushing more on stage, because there is no battle to win. We all have different voices, we're all unique in our way, and we all have to embrace the sound that we have and the sound that we are born with. Belting is mostly a sound effect that you create in your voice, but it could be a good thing because throughout a song, or depending on the style of music, you can create some sound effects. It's very important for a singer to be able to do everything possible with their voices. But when your voice is built exclusively on sound effects, that means that you're using the voice in the wrong manner. So what is really your voice? What does it really sound like if you're only using sound effects? Now, pop music requires a specific effort in the sense that it is kind of inspired from the spoken voice. However, the spoken voice can also be soft. What we call vocal fry is kind of what belting is in a way, where you are exhausting and using and abusing of your vocal cords directly by straining the muscles and relying entirely on your throat. Belting is using directly the chest voice and taking it up to the head voice. However, after the passaggio, in a way, there is no more belting, because the only way for you to produce a sound would be by pushing. And the more you push, the more you're going to exhaust your throat and your vocal cords, and the more you'll be at risk at, developing nodules and so forth. And this is really something we want to avoid as singers and performers, because life is not a schedule, but losing your voice before a concert is quite challenging. I'm going to give you an example now. I will run a first run and then a second run, and we'll discuss this. So in the first run, what I did is that I mixed both sounds together, meaning my chest voice was always resonating with my head voice at all times, from the lower register to the higher register. This is something that is very important, because when you separate the voice from the chest and the head voice, this is when there's a breakage, and this is when you will start belting, because you will only use the chest voice and take it up to the head voice by straining the muscles, instead of relying on the air and allowing the voice to do exactly what it was born to do. So in the voice, there's always that mixed sound. There's the chest voice, there's the head voice, but they're always constantly with each other. So singing separately with just the head voice or just the chest voice is not really a healthy way of doing it. You kind of need both throughout all your register. And once you separate those, this is when there's a breakage in the sound, and this is where you will most probably start pushing the sound out and straining the muscles of your throat, your diaphragm, and everything related to that. So we want to try to avoid any sort of unnecessary effort when we sing. Belting, just from the sound of that word, it involves effort, toughness, and solidity. But this is really not what we need for singing. Everything has to be done with flexibility and with ease. The main objective of learning how to sing is to be able to sing the easiest way possible, the way we were born. How do you know if you're straining your voice? The only way to know this, for now, if you're doing it alone, is to actually listen to yourself, so record yourself. Second, how do you feel after singing? If you're tired, if you feel you have a hard time breathing or speaking or singing again, then you know you are pushing the sound too much or entirely relying on that effort that you're causing. So if I do a basic sound on an ah, so this sound is mixed with not only the chest voice but also the head voice. But if I rely entirely on the chest voice, I'm going to do the same thing with only the chest voice. So it's clearly not the same thing. One is pushed and exaggerated and it spreads out. And the other one is more focused and projects in a totally different direction. The main objective of being on stage is to project the sound, but we do not project the sound like this. It projects itself up and towards your audience. This is how you should see it. So everything that wants to go in this direction will not work because you're forcing it. A sound that goes straight like that will fall just in front of you. It is a sound that has no future. A sound that has a bigger chance of having a better future is this one. So this is why it's important to know the difference between the two. When you don't know, you just try. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But when you do know, then you have nothing to worry about because there are no mysteries anymore. Everything has an explanation and everything can be reasoned in a logical way. There is only one way to sing and it's the right way. The right way meaning the way we are born. So the air passing through the vocal cords makes them vibrate and creates a sound. Anything that is not within this paradigm is completely false. It's fake and you're pushing it and controlling yourself, the voice, and your body in order to produce a sound that does not belong to you. Most of the reasons why many singers belt is because they want to imitate their idols. So also, here there is another work that has to be done, which involves your mind, because not getting over the fact that you are not that other singer, is actually challenging, and this is one of the main reasons that will stop you from evolving and becoming the perfect singer that you've always wanted to be. So instead of relying on something that does not belong to you and living a copy of your idol, why not elaborate your own thing? So being an artist means doing an activity and making it your own. So creating your own version, your personal version, by giving your personal touch to it and spreading it to the world. I really hope this video was inspiring to you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for weekly videos every Friday, my daily posts on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm John Tracy and thank you all for watching.